Hi everyone, my name is King Ivy and this is an introduction to R workshop. And in this topic, we'll be covering importing data, which is a really important part of any analytic system. If you don't know how to import data correctly, then you might as well not use the system. But today I'm going to show you how to do it correctly, and we'll be off and running in our next couple of lessons when we cover some more advanced topics in R. So first thing we're going to do is obviously open up RStudio. And what I have here, and I'll post a link to the where you can download this data. So I have 4 data sets: 2003 college data, which is CSV file; 2003 college data, which is a text file delimited by, which basically means separated by tabs. And then we have delimited files for basketball data, which will be main use of data that we'll be using going forward, and those are separated by semicolons. So let's get started. So the main function I like to use we could do in the script reader up here. So we're going to read.table. So if I run that, you'll see here a little help section. You'll see that ask for the file, ask whether the header is true or false. Basically, that means is your first row a header or is your first row not a header? So if it is a header, then make it true. And then what do you separate it by? And those are probably the 3 main attributes I use to import data files. There is a read.csv and read.delimited, but I don't use them all that often, just because I find it's just easier to use the read.table. So let's get started. So we're going to read.table file.choose bracket, and we're going to go. And then what file.choose allows you to do is it opens up in a particular browser. You could make it, you could define your own field if you wanted, or define the path and the file name, but I like to do file.choose just because I find it a little bit easier. And we're going to go, the first one's separated by comma because it's a CSV file, and we're going to go header equals true. And then I'm going to run this. And I'm going to go to the CSV file. So what you'll notice I didn't do was I actually didn't assign it to a file name. So you'll see it just printed normally. So I'm going to revise my script up here and go CSV college.csv equals this. So that way it'll be assigned to a particular table. So we're going to run this. Import the file again. Perfect. And then we're going to do a couple other checks and balances. So what we're going to see here is if we open up the file, is that, for example, we see that there's 13 columns, which matches what's in RStudio, 13 variables. And then as well, you'll see here, total cost is 4.7 million. And we're going to check if that's true. So I'm going to go sum, and I'm going to go college.csv $, total costs. So I'm going to run that, and you'll see that it's there. If you didn't know the names of the field ahead of time, you could always go names.college.csv, run that, and that'll give you the names of the fields. You could also do head college.csv, and I'm going to do both ones. I'm going to go tail.college.csv. So what head does is basically spits out the first 6 records, and then what tail does is it spits out the last 6 records, so you can verify that those were imported properly. The one last option would be summary, or not one last option, there's many options. It's do summary.csv, and that's actually really interesting. It provides you data across all the various fields. It does essentially, if you look down here, what the min, last quartile, median, mean, third quartile, maximum are, so you can take a look, see if that makes sense, and see if there's any particular outliers. So that's all nice and handy, and we're going to copy this here because we're going to use it to import the text file. So we're going to change it to college.text file.choose, and we're going to change the separator to /t, which means that it's imported by tab delimited. And we are going to copy most of these ones here, and we're going to change this to text. And I actually think it's going to be, I think when you import this data, it's actually total cost for whatever reason. Text. I'm just changing this. You can see the advantage of using the script file. So here, we're going to run it. You'll see it's called total cost. Total cost equals 4.7 million, which is good. And then you'll see the header, or the head, the tail, and the summary. So that's how you import those files. And now what we're going to do is we're going to import basketball. I'm going to call it basketball career. This is career data. So I'm going to read.table, file.choose, separate equals, in this case, I think it's separated by semicolon, and then I'm going to go header equals true. Nope. I don't know why I press enter. Okay. Perfect. And then you'll see here there's 4,903 observations, 99 variables. Another option would be to go up here. You can use the RStudio and go read from text file, find the file, and then I'm going to call this basketball.season. This is like the basketball.career over here. I'm going to make sure it's the same syntax. And I'm going to say that it's separated by semicolon. The first row is headers. Decimals are periods, quotes, double quotes. You'll see a preview of the year, import, and then you'll see how it's shown up here. You could also click on any of these particular data and it's going to open up the preview over here. So that's how you import data files using R. Kind of limiting, a little bit more challenging than other systems, but I think it's super important. And knowing this stuff is going to allow you to use R for your other more complex ideas and thoughts. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And I look forward to speaking to you next time. All right, have a good day.